Good morning, students. Today we are starting again biology chapter genetics, and today's topic is pleiotropy and lethal gene. First is pleiotropy. Once again, today we are starting again biology chapter genetics, and today's topic is pleiotropy and lethal gene. First of all, pleiotropy. Students remember, mostly or generally a cellular level one gene may affect one function or one gene is determined to control one function. Students remember, mostly or generally one gene determine to control one function. Once again, mostly or generally one gene determined to control one function, but there are some genes, only some genes, which impart their effect on more than one function. Once again, but there are some genes, only some genes, which are impart their effect on more than one function. Such effect is called pleiotropy. So this is definition or simple means of pleiotropy. Once again, students remember, mostly or generally one gene determine one one gene determined to control one function, but some genes which impart their one more than one functions, such it is called pleiotropy. For example, first is in Drosophila, another name is fruit fly. Students remembers, Drosophila is a arthropods. In Drosophila, the recessive gene for white color of eyes. Once again, in Drosophila, another name fruit fly, it is arthropods, the recessive gene, it means the recessive gene of Drosophila for white color of eyes, when present in homozygous state, so controls many other features like first is shape of feathers first, second is shape of stomach, third is feathers is vestigial, stomach shape is colloid shape, colloid shape of stomach. Once again, when in Drosophila recessive gene for white colors, if present in homozygous form only, in homozygous. Once again, in Drosophila, if recessive gene present in homozygous form, so this gene, these recessive genes control many features, many characters like shape of feathers. In white color eyes, Drosophila, feathers shape is vestigial. Second, stomach of shape of stomach of white color eyed of Drosophila is colloid shape stomach. So once again, recessive homozygous gene is control many characters, many features in white eyed Drosophila like feathers of shape, vestigial, shape of stomach, and stomach shape is colloid. It is first example. Second is sickle cell anemia. It is another example of pleiotropy. We studied in next chapter in details. So all of you learn example of pleiotropy. In next chapter we studied example of gene mutation. So second example is sickle cell anemia. Next topic is lethal gene. Lethal gene. It is also known very harmful gene. Students, remember some genes, it means DNA segments, also affect the vitality, it means lifespan or life spread of organisms along with controlling their external feature, it means phenotype. Once again, next our second topic is lethal gene. It means very harmful gene. It means some genes are effect of effect on vitality of organism and along with control their phenotype. So some genes are also affect the vitality It means living or life spirit of organisms along with controlling the external features. It means phenotype. Second, lethal gene discovered by Al Quinault scientist in 1905 in mice. Once again, lethal gene are discovered by Al Quinault 1905 in mice. So next example of lethal gene is according to Al Quinault, mice yellow skin is due to the presence of gene Y, means capital Y, and it is dominant over the gene small y for brown color. Next, when yellow colored mice are self crossed, then yellow and white, yellow and brown colored mice develop in 2:1. Once again, example of skin color in red or mice. According to Al Quinault, mice yellow skin is due to the presence of capital Y gene, and it is dominant over the gene small y for brown color. When crossed in mice, so ratio is developed 2:1. I draw a flow chart. Parent first, parent second, if related to male, if related to female. Parent first is capital Y small y, second is capital Y small y. Next process is meiosis. It is a types of division, so develop gametes. Next process is selfing. it means formation of second generation. First is dominant, second is recessive. First is dominant, second is recessive. If they are male, so they are females. When capital Y cross each other, when capital Y small y cross each other, when capital Y small y cross each other, when small y cross each other. So this color is yellow, yellow, this color is brown, and this mice died. Once again, when capital Y cross each other and forms capital Y. Second, cross with capital Y to small y is capital Y, small y. And next, cross with capital Y and small y is capital Y, small y. And last, cross with small y, so small y. This is dominant homozygous. So this rat is died. Second, this is yellow color rat. This is yellow color rat. This is brown color rat. And this generation is F2 generation. According to Mendel, in lobe segregation, F2 generation ratio is 3:1. But in lethal gene, single mice or rat is died, so only 3 mice or rat is living, so ratio is different to lobe segregation. Next, ratio is first and second. This is yellow in color, yellow skin color mice. This is brown skin color mice. This type mice is 1, 2, it means 2. This type mice is 1, it means ratio is 2:1. But capital Y, it means homozygous yellow rats could not survive. Next, homozygous yellow. Students, remember, yellow skin color mice, but it is heterozygous yellow color mice. This is heterozygous. Once again, this is heterozygous yellow color mice. This is heterozygous yellow color mice, but this is homozygous yellow color mice. This is recessive brown color mice. So homozygous yellow color mice could not survive. It means died. But heterozygous yellow color mice, this heterozygous yellow color mice survive and live and living. Homozygous yellow mice, it means rats, it means capital Y could not survive. So homozygous yellow rats, it means capital Y are died So once again, ratio of lethal gene is 2:1, and homozygous yellow mice could not survive. So this is lethal gene, first discovered by Quenoth. Second, definitions, simple means. Next example is in color in red in mice. Next in checkerboard. And next is ratio 2:1, but according to Mendel's, ratio is 3:1 in law of segregation, but in lethal gene, ratio is different to law of segregation. It means ratio of lethal gene is 2:1. So thanks. Next day or next online classes, we start next chapter, chromosomal mutation in humans. So thanks, and genetics chapter is completed. So have a nice day.